Hello guys, this is Money Grind here. So last week we mentioned that both Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin might be on the verge of an early bull market, and since then let's see how both coins have trended last week. So if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up, and enjoy! So first, let us jump into Bitcoin Cash first. So last week we mentioned that since the price has broken from its resistance line here, the price has traded sideways and it remains to be seen whether the price will go up or go down. Although I did mention that I was more lean toward that the price would go up, but since then the market does what it do best and give us more surprises, because since then the price has go down instead of going up. Although it didn't manage to break down from this line, but I am a little bit hesitant to keep this trend line at the moment. Instead, I'm more inclined to modify this line to incorporate the newer data that we had from last week. So instead of drawing new trend line to represent our new situation here, so I would say that it is best to just modify this line and incorporate new data into it so that we can have a new trend line that better represent our current situation. So with this, our model doesn't change much, and we will still have a 3 downtrend, and in between we would always have a uptrend here. So our model is still valid at the moment even after we incorporate the newer data. So last week we did mention that the short-term trend is on the bullish side, but since then we can see at the moment is that the overall situation is actually undecided, as we can see here. But long-term wise, on the macro level, definitely it is still bearish at the moment, and we are still currently waiting for the indicator to show us signs that the trend might reverse. So I still maintain that each trend reversal we would always have a double bottom before the trend reverses. So here we have one double bottom before the trend reverses, and here we have a bigger one, double bottom, before the trend reverses and go up. And last week we mentioned that here is a possible trend reversal, and sure enough, after this formation, the price did went up at here, but it couldn't hold its momentum, and it go down afterwards. So beside from the RSI oscillator being bearish at the macro level, we can see that also the oscillator is lean toward the oversold side. And if we look at our second indicator, our second oscillator here, so the trend is also bearish at the moment, and at the macro level the overall trend is also still bearish. It also indicates that the current price is oversold a little bit, so probably we could still see some slight retracement along the way. So how far down can this price go? I would say that at the moment there's a couple of support line that we can infer from our past price action here. So here I would say that even currently we are about 90% from our all-time high, and definitely we are very near to our all-time low support level here at $380. So this line could act as our support line to hold this price from falling further. So what about Litecoin? So Litecoin is actually also very similar with Bitcoin Cash. So last week we did mention that our price has broke away from our resistance line here and traded sideways, and since then the price has also trended down for the week, and although it didn't manage to breach this line here, but I would prefer to modify this to better represent the newer data that we have at the moment. So I would propose to draw the line like this. So basically I could say that there's also not much changes that we have for our current model. So currently our model here is definitely still valid. So if we look at our trading volume here, we could see that volume that trended down is actually heavier than the volume that trended up. So this definitely tells us that currently the downward pressure is still there, and if we look at our oscillator here, so on the macro level the trend is bearish. However, at the micro level the current trend is actually similar with Bitcoin Cash, that we couldn't see clear signs on whether the short-term trend is bullish or bearish. However, if we look at our second oscillator here, it did show us that the short-term trend is definitely bearish at the moment, and both indicators is showing that on the macro level the trend is still bearish. Also shown by both indicators is that currently our price is actually oversold a little bit, so definitely we could see a couple of more retracement toward the upside. So how far could this price trend down? So if we look at our model here, we are already about 90% down from our all-time high that we had here. So judging from our past cycle we had here, so the major support line that we could have is at this level at around $100. So at the moment it is definitely possible for the price to continue trend down to this line based on the info that we currently have from our oscillator. So in conclusion for this week, Bitcoin Cash should continue to be trending down based on the information we have from our indicators, and the same is also true for Litecoin, that Litecoin should be continue to be trending down based on the information that we have from our indicator here. However, I did need to caution that the oscillator for both coins are currently at the oversold level now, so definitely a price pullback is expected in the near future. So that would be all for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I was making it. Please subscribe and smash the like button if you find value in this video. Do leave us a comment down below if you have any other topics or coin that you would like us to cover, and we may cover it in the next video. So cheers, and until next time!